Kliff, with the bringing in and getting a practice with Robbie Anderson, do you feel like he's comfortable in whatever it is you might be trying to do with him on Thursday night?
We're going to, if we get him in, we'll limit it, make sure he's confident. We want him to be able to play full speed and have confidence out there if he's playing against a really good defense. So still working through that and see how he feels tomorrow.
Do you think if he can't do a whole bunch, does that mean maybe more role for Greg Dortch?
Yeah, I think he's a guy who we can count on if we need to, and obviously have AJ still.
How do you make that decision, Kliff? Do you kind of run through the playbook with Robbie and kind of quiz him and stuff like that?
Yeah, just try to limit the package, and then just want to make sure, like I said, I don't want his first experience to go out there against a really good defense and not feel confident and not play up to what he's capable of. So if we do it, it'll be very limited and make sure that he knows it. And so we'll see how it goes over the next 24 hours.
Now that you've had him back for a couple of days, where do you see Hobb kind of impacting this offense?
When he's out there, like I've said all along, he puts a pep in everybody's step with just his energy, and he's always talking, very competitive. So I think it starts there, and there's just been a level of confidence that I think players and coaches feel when he's out there, that he's a guy that at any moment you get it close to him, he can make a play. And so we'll see what he can do. He hadn't put on pads or lined up against the DB in probably close to a year, so we can't expect him to be the savior, but just the intensity, energy he brings has been good for the team.
Come told us he doesn't talk a lot of trash. Does he talk a lot of trash out there?
He lets you know how he feels. But it's usually, you got to come at him first, and then it doesn't stop.
How much do you hope with DeAndre that especially on those in red zone, third downs, where you don't have to catch 10 balls to really have an impact on those particular situations where the team is struggling? Yeah,
no doubt. We need somebody that can come in and, like I said, be that security blanket in those situations and make a play, 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5, and then in the red zone, help us put the ball in the end zone. And he's been that when he's played for us. So hopefully, like I said, he hadn't played in a long time, but hopefully he can provide some sort of spark in those areas.
How hard does it go from training on your own to playing a full NFL game?
I would think hard, but with him, there's no telling. He's a unique athlete. One of the most special competitors I've been around. So I know he's excited. He's looked sharp and understanding the offense, and we're going to try to utilize him as best we can and also be smart about it.
What was your time, however long it was, with the Saints? What was that like for you?
It was great. Incredible city. Loved it down there. We had Jim Haslett as our coach, Deuce McAllister, Aaron Brooks. So Joe Horn. So it was good. It was a fun time.
How's James Conner doing? Do you expect him to play?
He'll be game time. Yeah, we'll see how he feels tomorrow pregame and go from there.
What happened with Robbie and Carolina on the side? Is that something you sort of have to address or bring up with him at all?
Yeah, we talked through it, but that's obviously a conversation we'll keep between ourselves. But like I mentioned before, having Sean Jefferson here, who had great success with Robbie, and they have a lot of trust in their relationship there in New York when he was with the Jets. We feel very good about the type of player and person he is.
What are the chances that Cody plays?
Same as James. We're going to get him out there pregame, hopefully, and see what he can do.
It's a different move from the guys trying to get this offense right. It's a show where you can't do much, but anything different than last week as far as getting this offense going?
Number 10's out there, I think. That's a good starting point. Like I said, I think everybody picks up their level whenever he's around, knowing the expectation that he has for himself and what he feels like we should be doing offensively. So that was good.
You mentioned Cody getting him out there before game. Before that, he had to make a decision to actually activate him, so that looks like that could happen.
Yeah, we're still talking through that, and that's the thing. To be able to warm him up, obviously we got to activate him. So we'll talk through the roster here before 1 and go from there.
Do you have a feel on Rodney?
It doesn't look like he'll go this week, yeah.
Matt Prater.
He'll be game time, same as James. We'll see how he feels kicking. He's made great progress, but I don't know if he'll be ready or not.
Kliff, as frustrating as this start may have been for you, the fact that you're just one game behind in the standings, do you bring that up to the team at all?
They know. It's a lot of parity in the NFL. There's a lot of really good teams and preseason favorites that are 2-4 right now, or 3-3, and so it's just about finding our rhythm, and we got to do it soon.
You said you're going to be
Smart with DeAndre. Do you expect him to be in any type of snap count at all?
We talked about it, and he just rolled his eyes at me. So we'll see how he feels.
Kliff, you guys lead the league in the number of games that a receiver has had 10 or more targets in that game. Is that a function of you riding the hot hand as a play caller, maybe Kyler feeling comfortability in those games? Kind of how would you explain that?
Yeah, I think more than anything, I mean, we've been behind in a lot of these games and had to throw it a bunch, and that probably the number of plays we've had is way up there compared to other teams, and probably pass plays as well, as compared to what we really want to be doing.
On Monday, you said that you would be open to giving up the play calling. Two-part question. One, is that a realistic option or possibility at this point? And B, would that be your choice or would that be someone else's?
I mean, we have not had that conversation with upper management, if you will. But like I said, if there's a better way to do it, I'm always open to it. And after 6 games, we have not played good enough, and I understand that, and everybody else does. So everything's on the table.
Personally to do?
I've never not done it, so it'd be a unique experience. I'd have to get my cheerleading shoes back on and start doing a bunch of that. But whatever it takes to win games.
The answer you just told me about the pass plays and all that, you said it's not what you guys want to do. Is that you need more balance? Is that what you're?
Yeah, we just can't play from behind. I mean, we've been having to chase every single week, really, to try and catch up, and haven't been able to dictate things on our terms. We want to have a good balance where we can be in attack mode and not be one-dimensional, and that hasn't been the case so far.
Have you noticed that the defense has to kind of show their hand a little earlier because of where he is on the field?
Yeah, a lot of times. I mean, there'll be a lot of rolled coverage, and that helps the quarterback kind of pre-snap eliminate some things, which has helped.
Any update on Hollywood's second opinion?
Yeah, it looks like it'll be indefinite. I mean, I think at least a month, I would say, and then we'll evaluate it and go from there.
Fracture or break?
I don't know the exact term, but after the second opinion, so you'd have to check with him.
Going back to you as a play caller real quick, we had some kind of comment that yesterday. He just said it's not the scheme, it's just guys got to execute. You've seen this offense work. It's successful as a play caller. Is that just what it comes down to?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's a lot of everything. When you have 6 games like that where you really haven't hit your stride, I think everybody has to be open and honest what you can do better and how we can get better. And I've always taken a lot of pride in maximizing the personnel and allowing guys on your team, whoever they are, to do what they're best at. And we haven't found that rhythm yet. And so whatever it takes, I'm open to it. And I think all the guys are too. If we have to run it 100 times, we want to run it. We just want to win games.
When you look at the offensive injuries, it almost seems like when it rains, it pours. An offensive line of Ronnie and Justin and all the running backs in that game, and your wide receivers with Tweezy and Hollywood. I mean, how is this team as a whole, I guess the offense specifically, handling the adversity overall?
Yeah, I think, well, I mean, we're definitely dealing with some right now, just our level of play and some of those injuries, but that just, makes you stronger if you approach it the right way. And getting a big-time player like Hop back, we've got to be able to utilize him in different ways, and other guys have to step up.
Any commonality in this home losing streak that you've been able to?
I have not, no. I mean, it's unfortunate, for the fans. I hate it, and we're trying to get it right.
Coach, thank you. We'll take that.
Thank you.